Hi mamas, Amber Smith here with Moon Mama Yoga and Birth Services. I am going to start our 15-minute yoga flow today. I moved my camera a little bit because I need to plug in my phone, so I hope that it still works out okay and that you guys can see me okay. But I just want to thank you for being here with me. I'm excited to do today's little mini flow. I'm going to just work really hard at only keeping it at 15 minutes. I think I'm a little bit long-winded, and so I'm hoping that I can just and be more cognitive of the time frame, so I don't get lost in the world of yoga, which I tend to do. So please gather your stuff. I started a little bit early because I like to give you a little warning that, hey, I'm here and we're about to start. So grab your mat, grab a blanket, grab blocks if you need them. Also, just kind of remove that expectation that everything's going to be perfect. If you are doing this flow at home, or if you are on a break at work, I'm not sure, just know that you might get interrupted, or life can still happen to us, even when we're trying to do our yoga flow. And it's okay. We can release and let go of these expectations of perfection and just these expectations of that our yoga practice needs to look a certain way. Because it doesn't. We're just happy to be here. And I'm really bad at addressing people who have joined, so just so you know that if you join, I'm so happy you're here. And I'm happy that we get to start this together. And but I'm probably not going to do any shout outs because then the whole time I'll just be wanting to talk to you guys. So I'm going to grab my mat. Please grab yours. Set it up. Here we go. Okay. All right. So I've got my little journal here. I don't know if you, well, it's really not my journal. It's one of my kids' journals. But if you have your journal near you, go ahead and pull that out too. So with today's flow, we're talking about stress. And that is an interesting topic because we live in a world where stress just tends to be part of our norm. And that's just how it is. We're not sitting atop a mountain meditating, right? Imagine the peace we would feel if we all just got to go sit atop a mountain. That's not our lives. Our lives, we're working moms, we're stay-at-home moms, we are supporting our families, our spouses, our partners, our schools, our businesses. I mean, we are in the midst of all of these things. So I always like to start with a quote, and this is a very common quote about peace. But it says, it does not mean, so peace, right? It does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of those things and still be calm in your heart. To me, that is the quintessential peace definition, because yes, it doesn't mean that when we are removed from all of these things that we find peace and we don't have stress. It's that when we're in the midst of these things, to find that stillness within and to still be peaceful even in the midst of our crazy lives. So that's my intention for today. Let's go ahead and have a seated position. We're going to come into our half lotus. So you can have one foot on top of the other. You can also have one foot in front of the other, really. So we're going to begin with those beautiful deep belly breaths, okay? Hands can be down on your knees right now. And pranayama, or our breathing exercise, is really, really important to me. It is the key to unwinding our stress, right? So finding our beautiful seat of honor, right? Just letting all of those things go. Okay. We can bring our chin in just a little bit. The crown of our head is pulled to the ceiling. Our palms can be down for now, and then I'm going to coach you in another breathing. But for now, just continue to find that stillness within. Your brain is going to rattle off, and that's fine. Let it rattle. There's no right or wrong way to have these thoughts of stress, of being human, right? So just allow those thoughts to process. And go ahead and take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Your breath will enter and travel down deep within your belly. Your belly will pop out like a beautiful balloon. And then as you exhale, your belly comes back to your spine. And so knowing that with each breath that you take, the more present we are, the more in our bodies we become. And what happens is, Kim, this is for you, because you had asked me this right before I clicked on, but I had said something in our yoga practice today at Mommy and Me, and I said that the more we practice yoga, the more we practice our breathing, there's a space between stimulation and response, or action and reaction. And the more we practice, then the more space we have in between those two things. So stimulus and response, that space between, we get to elongate it, right? We get to find it with our breath. And how great is that as mommies, to not just be on reaction mode, but to just have a little breath in between stimulus and our response, okay? So with these deep belly breaths, I'm gonna teach you guys a new breath. It's called Nadi Shodhana, and it's a wonderful breath for balancing out both sides of your body, and it's a wonderful stress reliever. It's a little heady, so just climb on board with me and we'll do it together. You're gonna take your right hand, okay? Normally I like to mirror, but right now we're just gonna have to do it the correct way, right? We're gonna take your right hand and you're gonna place your pointer finger and your middle finger right here, right about your third eye, in between your eyebrows. Your thumb is on your right nostril, and your ring finger is on your left nostril, okay? So what we do, it's alternate nostril breathing. So hands here, I'm gonna turn kind of to the side so that you can see it a little bit better. We're gonna start by plugging up our left nostril with our ring finger, okay? When we plug that up, we exhale through the right nostril, then we inhale through the right nostril. Then we plug that nostril with our thumb, and then we exhale out the left. Then we inhale in the left. Plug up the left, exhale the right. Inhale the right. Plug the right, exhale the left. Inhale the left, plug the left, exhale the right, inhale the right, plug the right, exhale the left. So this is our Nadi Shodhana, okay? It sounds weird, right? And it's hard sometimes to catch up to it because it's breathing we don't normally do, and we're like, wait, plug the right and breathe out the left, and wait, what is she saying? Do your research on it, but that is a phenomenal breath for stress relief, okay? All right, so let's gather our hands at our heart center, bowing our head to our hands. We begin this class with so much love and gratitude for whatever it took for you to be here, to meet me here on the mat, to meet yourself here on the mat. Honor that. Whoever was a part of this and whatever it was inside of you that brought you here. Honor it, honor it, honor it. Good. We can bow our head to our hands, hands to our knees as we lift the gaze. Beautiful. We'll start with some shoulder openers, okay? Because what we want to do is, as humans, we hold a lot of tension in our neck, a lot of stress. So in order to open up our neck, we need to open up our shoulders too, okay? So hands in the heart center. We inhale, reach up. We exhale. Good. We reach up on the inhale. Look up at your hands. We exhale as we come down. Good. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach down. Good. One more time. We inhale, reach up. We exhale, reach down. Whew, good. Hands come to knees, shoulder circles to the back. Open and loosen up all of that gunk. And then towards me. Good. Whew. Back to center. Beautiful. We're going to bring our left hand out, cross it with our right. Okay, we're coming into our eagle, half eagle. But our hands are going to come together. So we're crossing at the elbows and then winding. And the point is, the intention is to bring the soles of the hands together. Now, if your hands don't come together, that's fine. Just hook thumb and pinky, okay? And the point here is we're going to press our palms together, which opens up our shoulders and brings a yummy stretch right there in our rhomboids and in our traps. Beautiful. Release and switch sides. Okay. We're going to switch, hooking, or bringing palms together. Okay. Remember that action of pressing together. Good. Deep breaths here. Beautiful. And then we can unwind. Hands come down to knees, chin comes to chest. Deep inhale. We did this last week. Deep inhale, bringing the two together. Then exhale through the mouth. A nice deep sigh. Again. Sigh it out. Let it all go. One more time. Inhale our gaze up, okay, and then when you're ready, we're going to drop our heads back down, okay, and then from here we inhale and we roll left ear over left shoulder. We exhale back down to center. We inhale opposite side, okay, so we're opening up our necks. We hold so much tension there. So continue this with your breath, with your pace. And sometimes it's hard for me to fit in all of the things I want to fit in 15 minutes. And so I just invite you to take this on, meaning to research yoga that works for you, to come back to these videos when you need them so that you can memorize them, right? And memorize the moves and be able to do them yourself. Okay, beautiful. When your chin meets your chest again, you can let it hang there. Excuse me. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. And then lift up. Soles of the feet come together. Okay. Your heels can be farther away from you or closer in. With yoga, any forward fold as we come down, it is an invitation to go inward. Now, there's another quote I love that says, calm is a superpower, and I believe it. We are a go, 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 go society, so the more still and calm we can be, the better. That's why yin yoga, restorative, any of those super slow, beautiful flows are so good if you do have chronic stress, because it does tap into that parasympathetic nervous system as opposed to, our fight or flight. We get to tap into rest and relax, okay? So from here, nice straight spine, then you begin to fold forward, okay? So only go as far as you want. You can stack your forearms on top of each other and bow your head there. You can extend your hands out. You can come up to your elbows, okay? But doing what feels good, closing your eyes, coming inward and taking those deep, deep breaths. We gently walk the body back in. Okay, good. Deep inhale here. Good, and then on our exhale, we exhale and twist. If you are pregnant, please don't do this. But we look over our shoulder. Good, and back to center. Nice deep inhale. Good, and then twist the opposite way. And then back to center. Let's come to our hands and our knees. We're going to do just a couple of our cat-cows. Okay, so lining up, making sure our knees are hip-width apart, our hands are shoulder-width apart, nice and spread out. Cat-cows are just so wonderful to do at any time. So we inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And then we exhale, round the back, tuck in the tailbone, tuck in the chin. Inhale back into our cow. And exhale into our cat. Good. Gently come back to neutral. I know it's never enough. And all we're going to do is just start making hip circles to the right. You might hear my back pop a little bit, but this just relieves any of that low back pressure if you're sitting in your desk. You're carrying your little ones. Okay. We tend to hold stress in our low backs as well. Good. And then go in the opposite direction, taking those hips to the left. Good. Beautiful. Good. And then back to center. Toes come together, heels come together, knees are nice and wide as we come back to our child's pose. So in this, more stress relieving flow, instead of having our hands out, like how we normally have it in our child's pose, we're going to bring our hands back, okay? So our forehead comes down to our mat, and our hands come behind. And there's something about bringing your arms behind you, and you can, if you want to, even touch the soles of your feet, okay? You can bring your fingers to the soles of your feet, and it just feels like you're holding yourself. It's just this beautiful little gift. So breathing here. Staying in this pose, even though I'm coming out of it so I can talk to you. Again, when we do these forward folds, we turn off other stimulation. When we turn off other stimulation, we are able to do single tasks. We glorify multitasking like crazy in our community and in our lives. But imagine if we glorified monotasking, just doing one thing at a time. And that's not always possible, right? But right now, as we are in this beautiful, yummy child's pose, we have one job, and that's to breathe. And imagine giving all of your energy to that relaxation and that breath. It's kind of a cool invitation, right? So from here, when you're ready, you can bring your hands underneath, right? And coming all the way up, we're gonna curl those toes under. Okay, so this is a toe stretch. Now, if you have really tight arches, tight knees, this might not feel so hot, okay? So you are more than welcome to come up like this, okay? But we're gonna come to sitting, oh, my toe just popped. We're gonna come to sitting on our heels. Hands come to heart center, okay? We're just gonna take some deep breaths here. Come behind, interlocking those fingers. We're going to stretch our arms out, okay? And then from here, we're going to bow down, bringing our forehead to the mat, and we're going to allow gravity to pull our arms down. Using the strength of your body, we're going to bring those arms down and then gently lift up our body. Beautiful. Again, taking those arms down. We're going to stretch out the arms, bring the hands down, And then gently lift our gaze up. Beautiful. And then back to center as we shake out our hands. Good. Coming back to our hands and our knees. We're going to go into our cat-cow again. We inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. We exhale, round the back, tuck in the chin. One more time, we inhale. And we exhale. Good. Coming back to that neutral spine, let's take our right knee in between our hands. So again, coming into our pigeon. Pigeon is amazing and it really helps with holding our emotions and things in our hips, okay? So you can stay upright in your pigeon, or I always welcome, especially in this particular flow for stress relief, you can come down. You can rest forehead on your forearms, or you can come all the way down with your hands outstretched, okay? So continue with those breaths, deep, deep, deep breaths, okay? And the key with stress relieving yoga is to take your time. 15 minutes is definitely not long enough. But I mean, no class is ever long enough for me, but just knowing that the point is to take your time, is to just do one pose at a time, monotask, right? Just simplify. Keep it slow. Keep it calm, okay? Whenever you're ready, we can lift up, bringing this knee back, and then switching sides, okay? Nice and gentle, coming down, okay? And then resting where you need to rest. And we can lift up back into our tabletop. Good, and then we can come to seated. So from here, the last pose I'm going to show you is called legs up the wall. And I don't have a wall near me, so I'm going to show you without a wall so that you can do it at home. I recommend putting a blanket underneath you or a pillow, but all it is you're going to bring your booty up against the wall, right? So pretend like there's a big wall right here. And I'm going to come down, and then I'm going to roll onto my back, okay? And as I do so, I bring my legs, and they're going to sit up against the wall, okay? And that's it. My pants are going to fall. That's why I'm holding them, because if I let them go, they're going to fall. But this is legs up the wall. Now, if you want to have a nice chest opener, you can put a bolster along your spine or roll up a blanket and have the blanket be along your spine so that your chest opens up. But what you do here is you just relax. You just lay here and you relax. And legs up the wall is known for being an awesome stress relieving pose. To come out of it, and you can be in this pose for several minutes, okay? So you can set your timer, take your deep breaths, and stay here. And to come out of it, you just kind of walk your legs down the wall, and then you can roll over onto your side. And then you can come back up, okay? So I highly, highly recommend legs up the wall. And also, you can do legs up the wall and have a Shavasana, okay? Legs up the wall, do not take away Shavasana. Shavasana is so important. Remember, Shavasana is the corpse pose at the end. It is truly the most healing pose you can do. I know that there's always a joke like I'm only here for the Shavasana, but truly, 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 you want to reduce stress, never cut out your Shavasana. Go to classes where your teacher gives you the full 10 minutes, right? At least, right? The full Shavasana, that stillness is what we are missing, okay? So I did mention that I would teach you guys just a little bit of meditation. Now, there are many, many, many different ways to meditate. The way that I'm going to show you is just one of many. Do your research. Research some apps. Figure out what works for you, okay? This is one that I teach my mamas, my clients, and the mamas in my prenatal class, and I still use it. So I used it to birth my babies, but I still use it today. And all it is again, it's that monotasking. So what I do is I'll rest my hands palm down because I tend to be a little more up here, right? So I have palms down to help me ground. If you feel very grounded and you don't need to have your palms down, you can have your palms up, okay? Whatever works for you. And so with this breathing, and I'll be teaching you different meditations too as we continue, but this is just for starters, okay? And I invite you to only do it for 5 minutes, okay? Don't do it for 15, 20, 25 an hour and then feel discouraged because, oh my gosh, my mind would wander. Well, yeah, it's gonna. So just be really patient with yourself, right? Back to our quote, peace. It does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of those things and still be calm in your heart. So, nice straight spine, chin tucks in. It's just like our pranayama. Only with this one, your intention is to really relax, even more so every part of you, especially jaw, space between your eyebrows, your throat, right? All of that stuff, your shoulders melt. And once you feel super duper relaxed, you just begin those deep belly breaths. Only this time you can count, okay? And as you count, I don't care how fast you count or how slow you count, but you just count. I don't care what number you reach up to, but make them as complete as possible. And then as you are ready to exhale, allow your exhale to be as long as your inhale. So it's 1-to-1 breathing. So if you count up to 6, you match the exhale with the 6. If you count up to 12, you match the exhale to 12. And that's it. The other one, if you don't like counting, you can come up with a mantra or a phrase or a word that you want to work on. And you can think as you inhale, I am inhaling peace. I am exhaling negativity. I am inhaling joy. I am exhaling all that doesn't serve me. I am inhaling, courage. I'm letting go of my fear. That too is a wonderful place to start with meditation because then again, it kind of helps us focus on something because we get really caught up in, my mind is wandering. And yeah, we're human beings. Our mind's going to wander until we're either enlightened or we're dead. So it's okay. It's okay to be human. Anyway, I'm going to stop because I think I've reached my limit. I hope that this was helpful to you. I hope that you can leave me comments and let me know what worked for you, what didn't. Again, this is Amber Smith. I am with Moon Mama Yoga and Birth Services. I am located inside of the Arizona Doulas Yoga and Education Center in downtown Mesa. I teach prenatal classes and mommy and me classes. We also have a ton of stuff going on, so please hit up our website at arizonadoulas.com, spelled out arizonadoulas.com. And I just invite you to let me know how all of this works and to please, if you can, continue for a little bit longer for a Shavasana. And remember, Shavasana is just lying on your back. You can have something under your knees if you want or under your head or whatever. But it's lying back, palms are open, right? They're out. They're palm up, right? So that your fingers can do this natural curling thing. Your legs will just splay out to wherever you need. And you just close your eyes and you breathe. And you can set a timer and keep track of your time because you might fall asleep. But I just want to thank you all so very much. Gathering our hands to our heart center. May the light, love, and peace within me and my family always honor the light, love, and peace within you and yours. Namaste. May you find the peace that you are searching for. Thanks, guys.